Disney film Maleficent is a retelling of Disney's classic animated feature from 1959, Sleeping Beauty. The horned and winged character named in the title plays the role of the evil witch who cursed Sleeping Beauty, and while she does still curse the Princess Aurora in this version, she must really be seen as the protagonist in this retelling. I'm going to play a couple of related clips that show how Maleficent is intended to model the role of the real goddess of magic in a way that's recognized by those who worship her and invoke her power. The film is an allegory, one that's very relevant in this present hour. It's about Isis bringing forth Horus in an incarnation the Bible presents as the Antichrist beast. In this first clip, Maleficent goes to the remote cottage in the woods to look in on the baby Princess Aurora, who's been banished from the royal castle for her protection. There are two things I want you to notice. The first is the design of the windows. The grid of circles has a special occult meaning. Listen closely to what she calls the baby.
It's so ugly you could almost feel sorry for it. I hate you, beastie.
The design on the windows is a layered representation of the ancient symbol of the mark of the beast, the XO or cross circle. Here's an example leveraged by the insurance company State Farm, which I just published to my blog. The X and O are never actually superimposed in the connecting of circles, but they don't have to be for the symbol to work on the subconscious level. As Maleficent is being so cleverly framed in the Mark of the Beast imagery, she calls the child Beastie. The scene identifies her as the goddess Isis, who is the Blessed Virgin Mary by another name. The scene also identifies the child to us as the Antichrist beast. This kind of distinctive identification alerts us to be watchful for more esoteric modeling. From the scene that follows the one in the other clip, we're going to see lightning flashing through those same cross-circle windows as Maleficent magically creates a storm inside the cottage. The combination of the X and O is what produces flashes of lightning from the abyss, if we accept what Kenneth Grant of the OTO has to say about it. Watch for circle cross windows when the lightning is flashing.
Stop doing that. I'm not doing anything. Well, someone is. It's not me. You two are having a go at me, and I will not tolerate. Stop it! That's funny.
The way the lightning flashes are seen through the XO windows when Maleficent performs her magic is evidence that those behind Disney's production are among the initiates that Grant wrote about in his book titled Aleister Crowley in the Hidden God. Quote, "There is a legend known to initiates concerning the secret abode of the goddess. The spirit of Nodens, god of the great deep, flashed forth as lightning from the depths, and formed a throne in celestial realms, a seat of stone, whereon the goddess was established. She ruled from the throne of stone which Nodens had fashioned, and about her the temple of new Isis grew into being. The heart of the sigil of Nodens is identical with the mark of the beast, X, the fusion of O and X which produces the lightning flash. Nodens is the god of the great deep or abyss, microcosmically identical with subconsciousness. He reigns over the abyss and controls and harnesses its lightnings. Flashed forth as lightning from the depths describes the act involved in the establishing of the scat. The seat of stone is Isis, and upon this foundation the goddess is established and rules the heavens, the earth, and the deeps beneath the earth. In other words, the goddess who grants all desires is invoked by the union of the X and the O, the phallus and the catais. The scat being the vehicle of her power. Isis is therefore her vehicle, for Isis bears the fire of Nodens within her womb, and her vehicle in the macrocosm is the trans-Plutonic planet, known to occult tradition also as Isis." Unquote. The cottage's XO-styled windows are meant to represent the X and O of the Mark of the Beast. As the heart of the sigil of Nodens, that god of the abyss is engaged to invoke Isis. The devil has many alias identities, like the goddess, and so does Nodens. I believe he's the king of the abyss, mentioned in Revelation 9:11. They have his king over them, the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in the Greek he has the name Apollyon. In relation to the goddess as Isis, he is Horus. Isis bears the fire of Nodens within her womb, as Grant testified. The casting of Angelina Jolie as Maleficent is worth noting because it adds a supplemental layer of symbolism. It's brilliant. She just married her longtime partner, Brad Pitt, in August. If she took his name according to tradition, she would of course be Mrs. Angelina Pitt. That's Angelina Pitt. Angel in a pit. Revelation 9:11. How fitting. Another actress with a meaningful name was cast as one of the fairies, Thistlethwit. Her name is Juno Temple. A temple is a place where one worships a god or goddess, of course. According to the current Wikipedia entry, Juno is an ancient Roman goddess, the protector and special counselor of the state. She's the daughter of Saturn and sister, but also the wife of the chief god Jupiter and the mother of Mars and Vulcan. The film is a rich allegorical production with many crossed-up characterizations of the influential gods. In earlier versions, as the show was being developed, Stefan, who betrayed Maleficent to become king, was half-human, half-fairy bastard son of King Henry. Hybrid, like when Horus incarnates and transforms a genetically prepared human host at his messianic debut. Another one of the manifestations of the angel king of the abyss is as a shape-shifting crow. Maleficent, as Isis in her winged and horned form, dominates him in this film like the bossy Blessed Virgin Mary apparition dominates her son Jesus. That will change when her time has come, according to Revelation 18. If you watch the movie, you'll see how Aurora, the daughter of King Stefan, is a substitute child for Maleficent. When Aurora finally meets her, she calls her her fairy godmother, and a point is made when the curse is broken that there's true love between them. There was a goddess named Aurora, the ancient Roman equivalent of the Greek Eos, the goddess of the dawn. The princess character is both goddess and god, of Helios, Ra, Apollo, Horus, pick a name, the sun god, the one worshipped at the Vatican. Maleficent is the queen of her enchanted realm, like the queen of the underworld and the queen of heaven. There really is such an entity, and it's been adequately demonstrated in books like Queen of All by Jim Tetlow that her role is to unite all mankind in preparation for the beast. She's the herald of her messianic son. This is what the allegorical film presents, not with any extraordinary precision, but that's the story.